What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to my podcast. But before I start anything, I just want to invoke God's name and just want to say all praise and glory be to him, the creator of the heavens and skies, the one who wakes us up every day, giving us another opportunity to make the best out of this life. You know what I mean? Because we all know that many people are not able to wake up every morning. You feel me? So for us to be here right now at this moment, for you to be listening, really shows that you still have a purpose. You feel me? And if you're living that purpose, then hats off to you. God bless you. And I really hope that, you keep doing you. And if you're on the other hand where you feel like you really don't have a purpose and you just feel like you're just going with the flow of life, just know that this life is an ocean. You feel me? And we're the waves, but there are currents under us that are pushing us to our destiny. You just have to let it push you. You know what I mean? Just allow it to guide you where you need to go, and just have an open heart and always be sincere, because sincerity truly brings us closer to what we're supposed to do on this earth. And I really mean that.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So other than that, just want to say thank you so much for being here, and let's get into it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We got some heavy news. This is kind of old. This is about a couple of days old, but I just didn't have time to get to it. But so here I am trying to break this down for y'all. All right, here are some of the developing news that many people are talking about right now that is really raising a lot of eyebrows. So from Elon Musk's possible role in the Treasury to Trump's controversial plans for prisons. This is going to be really interesting. So let's get into it.
Go yourself.
This man is literally seeing all the transactions of all of our corporations, companies, your grandmother's Social Security.
Oh, have you ever seen such cruelty?
So a lot of people think that Elon Musk bought Donald Trump. Yes, they think that he bought him. They said that he spent millions and millions of dollars to get this man elected. So like I said before, I said it in many podcasts actually, that politics is run by money and bribery. There are no more leaders. There are no more people being elected. There's only selections. You feel me? I don't know. I just feel like there's a very, very interesting illusion when it comes to us electing people again, because they want things to seem like we have the power to vote whoever we want in office, but we really don't see what's behind closed doors. Like, do our votes really have an impact? You feel me? But that's just my opinion. I don't want to get bashed for saying that, because a lot of people still think that we do have power as the people. Imagine Elon Musk has so many enemies and he's like, fuck it. I'm gonna make all of them get out of business. You feel me? He has access to everything. Like, he can see their payments, who they're paying to, how much they're paying. Like, this man could just literally with the scissors just cut all these transactions if he wanted to.
We turn now to Elon Musk and what's being described as a, quote, hostile takeover of the government agency USAID.
And Musk is also under scrutiny after the Treasury Department gave his government efficiency team access to the massive federal payment system, and that includes Social Security payment information.
ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest.
Sources confirming that Elon Musk has been given.
This man look kind of crazy. Like, just look at this man. I'm not trying to be fucked up, but like, this man look kind of crazy if you tell me. Like look at his eyes. Like, he got something going on. Like, he got some shit that he holding back from everybody.
Only if you knew.
This man also has access to our nuclear information. Yes. With the click of a button, he could end everything if he wanted to. Or imagine with all this nuclear information that he now knows, he can literally sell that shit
to anyone.
Again, to other superpowers such as China, you know what I'm saying? North Korea if he wanted to. Like, I know he probably wouldn't do that, but still, there's that possibility, that very small possibility where he can just sell confidential information to get so much wealth, which he already has. You know what I mean? It's like, what else does this guy want?
Did I stutter?
The move essentially puts the government's multi-trillion-dollar checkbook in the hands of the world's richest man, and his message about wasteful government spending has been clear.
Your money is being wasted,
And the Department of Government Efficiency is gonna fix that.
How much do you think we can rip out?
I think we can do at least $2 trillion.
The official who oversaw the federal payment system has been placed on administrative leave after he resisted giving Musk and Doge officials access to the system, which contains sensitive information about millions of Americans who receive Social Security, tax refunds, and other government payments.
Elon's doing a good job. He's a big cost cutter.
This weekend, Musk also taking aim at the U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, which is in charge of dispensing tens of billions of dollars in foreign aid. Musk writing USAID is a criminal organization. Time for it to die.
To be clear, in shutting down, which we're in the process of doing, shutting down USAID.
About 100 staffers were placed on leave after the agency refused to give Musk's team access to classified material. The team was eventually given that access.
There's tobacco and marijuana in there. That's all it is.
This is actually really interesting to bring up. I think this is kind of funny. It's kind of messed up, but it's kind of funny. So now that Elon Musk has access to the Treasury, he was like seeing some stuff. And pretty much Donald Trump said, oh, we see that America is giving so much money to Hamas for condoms. Yes, condoms. Not condos like apartments. But Donald Trump is saying that America is supplying Hamas with so much money so they can buy condoms. Like,
Are you sure about that?
What the hell they're gonna use condoms for? Like, people are like, oh, it's because they were like, you know, doing thing to the hostages.
Are you sure about that?
We are merely looking at parts of the big bureaucracy where there has been tremendous waste and fraud and abuse. In that process, we identified and stopped $50 million being sent to Gaza to buy condoms for Hamas. 50 million. And you know what's happened to them? They've used them as a method of making bombs. How about that?
According to multiple sources, Elon Musk now controls key aspects of Trump's financial ventures and political influence, even getting unlimited access to the United States Treasury. Like I said, this means Musk has essentially become one of the most powerful individuals in the world. So just imagine this man having control of that. Like, it's just very weird. The reason why I keep saying that is because, is this constitutional? You feel me? Can a businessman such as Elon Musk, who is from South Africa, who knows the ties he has with other countries, like, is he really a proud American? You feel me? Or is he exploiting? You know what I'm saying? Is he exploiting? You feel me? Because what if, you know, China, for example, is paying Elon Musk? It's like, yo, I heard you got access to the Treasury. You know, I'll give you billions of dollars if you just give me some information. What does this mean for the average American? Well, with Musk's influence, it's hard to say. We're entering uncharted waters where one individual can control more than just business empires. His reach could extend into our tax dollars, federal spending, and national policies, things that should be in the hands of elected officials, not tech billionaires. Isn't that why we have a Senate? You know what I'm saying? House of Representatives, like all these other branches that we are supposed to rely on to keep this shit safe. But no, we are giving it to a tech billionaire. Like, this man, I don't know. Like, some people think that this is actually better because this man Musk is so smart when it comes to like numbers and shit. But like, for a man who wants to get out of Earth by wanting to go to Mars so bad, do we really want to give him access to all of our shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's probably gonna use all this money to build him a condo on Mars. Like, I'm not even capping. Like, I don't trust this man. I really don't. All right, so the next segment I'm going to show you guys is us inviting Hitler to the White House. Yes, we invited Hitler to the White House. If you guys want to see it in 4K, here it is.
Today, I'm delighted to welcome Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu back to the White House. It's a wonderful feeling and a wonderful event. We had fantastic talks, and thank you very much with your staff. He's the first foreign head of state to visit during our administration, and Bibi, I want to say it's an honor to have you with us. Over the past 4 years, the U.S. and the Israeli alliance has been tested more than any time in history. But the bonds of friendship and affection between the American and Israeli people have endured for generations, and they are absolutely unbreakable. They are unbreakable. Let's go. Caitlin, go ahead. Caitlin.
Thank you so much, President Trump.
Caitlin, go ahead.
So she's going to ask a question right now about, because I didn't show you guys what happened before, this question was asked, but when Hitler and Donald Trump are sitting side by side talking about what they're going to do to Gaza, saying that they are going to develop it, that they are going to basically take over it. And it's just the most craziest shit just coming out of their mouths after they killed thousands and thousands of Palestinians. Some say that it's about 500,000 plus Palestinians killed. Women, children, innocent men, animals, 70-something%, or I think even more. Honestly, I'm gonna round it to 80. 80% of Gaza's infrastructure is gone. Absolutely turned into rubble. And they're pretty much saying, yeah, we're going to get rid of all the Palestinians there. We're going to relocate them to Egypt, Syria, all these other countries that these countries don't even want. Egypt just did a video yesterday saying that we're not going to take the Palestinians, you feel me? And it was just really sad for them to say that, because I'm damn, you're not going to take your brothers and sisters, you feel me? But I understand, they don't want to take 1.7, almost 2 million angry Palestinians who literally witnessed their land get demolished, who literally watched their families be slaughtered right in front of them. So it's kind of scary. I understand why you would want so many Palestinians who may revolt in your own country, So there's a lot that gets into it. But yeah, after they said that we're just going to get rid of them, this is when, the reporter asks this question.
Do you envision living there?
I envision world people living there, the world's people. I think you'll make that into an international, unbelievable place. I think the potential in the Gaza Strip is unbelievable. And I think the entire world, representatives from all over the world will be there, and they'll live there. Palestinians also. Palestinians will live there. Many people will live there. But they've tried the other, and they've tried it for decades and decades and decades. It's not going to work. It didn't work. It will never work. And you have to learn from history. History has, just can't let it keep repeating itself. We have an opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute. I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad. This could be so magnificent. But more importantly than that,
when he says Riviera, he's pretty much saying that we are going to turn it into a resort. That's pretty much a key word for resort. Hotels, restaurants, strip clubs, just imagine everything, you feel me? They're just trying to make money off this land that is stolen, and we witnessed it with our own eyes, you know what I mean? And for him to say that we are going to turn it into a Riviera, come on, that's a big slap in the face to all the Palestinians and just to everybody who has a heart, you feel me? Because imagine China saying, we're going to take over Alaska, or we're going to take over California. We are going to just get rid of everybody. We are going to send them to other parts of the country. Maybe we'll send them to Chicago. We'll send them to New York or something weird. You feel me? We're going to turn into Rivera. Imagine if somebody says that about our own country. You feel me? We would go to war. You feel me? We would get all our missiles ready. You know what I'm saying? It would be crazy. But for them to say that on national television as if this is not
Colonizing.
All right, now let's talk about the proposal from Trump. So this has sparked a lot of outrage on both sides of the aisle. Trump has suggested that American criminals and immigrants be sent to prisons in El Salvador or even to the infamous Guantanamo Bay detention center. This idea, to say the least, is raising serious concerns. So first of all, both El Salvador's prison system and Guantanamo Bay are infamous for human rights abuses. Just to let you guys know what Guantanamo Bay was known for. So Guantanamo Bay was known for sending a lot of potential terrorists, pretty much Muslims with beards. During the whole Afghanistan war and the Iraq invasion, this is where they would send these people who were suspected to be terrorists. So El Salvador has been dealing with overcrowded, brutal prisons, and Guantanamo is still haunted by allegations of torture and unlawful detention. So the question becomes, is this really a solution to America's prison overcrowding problem? Or is it a dangerous move that could violate human rights on a massive, massive scale?
I think they're stupid.
If you guys are not aware, El Salvador had an extreme gang problem. It was like the highest murder spot in the world. Like, there was so many dead bodies lingering all around the place, so much gang violence again, and it was just, there was no real stability. Like, I have a lot of friends from El Salvador, and they would tell me their experiences being a kid growing up there, and it was just like, yeah, I always grew up with that, I don't know, that picture in my head that El Salvador was never a safe place to go. Like, it's not a place to travel. But ever since the new president of El Salvador came into place, he fixed everything. But the way he fixed it, some people find it truly extreme. Like, pretty much the only way he was able to like fix everything was by stripping the rights and freedoms of the people of El Salvador, by literally going door to door, arresting anybody who has tattoos. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get straight to this video.
A special operation in El Salvador, Central America. A show of strength staged and filmed by the government. CICOT, the terrorist containment center, has installed a high security system. 500 soldiers, heavily armed, are preparing to greet an unusual convoy of 2,000 ultra-dangerous prisoners. These men are gang members known as Maras in El Salvador. Murder, sexual assault, racketeering, these crime groups have wreaked havoc in the country for over 20 years.
Tatted up.
Stripped to the waist in their boxer shorts with their hands tied, the whole show is designed to humiliate them. The brand new prison they are arriving at was designed especially for them. CICOT is the largest prison in America.
Honestly, seeing this, seeing this right here, it bothered me, because I know we are supposedly looking at, criminals and terrorists and, people who've killed, raped and all that. But these were once people who had, hope in a better future. Because imagine they probably had uncles and, fathers and just relatives who they seen go down the same path they went. You feel me? So they are only just doing what they know, and this is where they end up. And some people are gonna be like, no, there's no excuse. They could have changed their life. They didn't have to join a gang, but you have to join a gang when you're there. Like, if you're stuck in El Salvador and everybody around you is gang related, you gotta assimilate, you feel me? You gotta choose a side. But this is what happens when you choose a side. You end up in CICOT.
With this footage, the authorities in El Salvador are showing the country and the whole world that they are waging a full-scale war against these gangs. And that they intend to lock them up in these communal cells, holding up to 80 people. From now on, they will live crammed together, without ever receiving a single visitor.
All right, so I'm gonna cut that video short there. You guys pretty much get the drift. It's not a good place to be. There's so many other parts of this prison that I want to show you guys, but just to save you guys time, I'm not gonna show it because, time is precious, you feel me? So this is pretty much the place that we're going to send immigrants and American citizens who are, criminals and stuff like that. Like, we're going to send them to a prison that has no human rights.